Boom Bam Connect, welcome back to another one. Chronic's Hot Box Hot News, and we're back. I think this is going to be my last one about this Ginger J subject. So basically, Ginger J issues his apology, and yeah, let's just get into it. But also, we're going to see, because when I brought out the video the day before, we saw we got news that Margs' Pen Game had to release Ginger J. So, and I actually saw a clip, yeah, of Margs talking about it. So first, let's get into that, then we'll be fair and allow Ginger J to issue his apology also. You get what I mean? So let's get into Margs.
It's not a case of just because he's got a preference or because he mentions black women's hair. There's lots of stuff that you need to unpack in that video. There's lots of questions that he made. I left with more questions than answers. You know what I'm saying? He said his preference. He said, this is why I don't like black girl. He said, why? Then he said, because can't put you in your place. He said, I can't think of a man, I can't put you in your place. So then now that makes me start saying, well, so you enjoy putting women in their place. So what's going on? What are you doing in your spare time? Oh, so you only like girl that you can bad up. You don't want these black girls because you can't bad them up. That is crazy to even say out your mouth.
Yes.
So again, so I'm looking at that, I'm saying that's bad to me. Yeah. Yes. 1 second, let me keep going. 1 second. Yeah, so I'm saying this is wild. Again, it comes to protecting women. It's not about black women. It's any woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you're more only comfortable where you can bad them up. This is dangerous territory we're going there. Again, I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Then the woman triggered you, the girl triggered you, and then you leant into it. Yeah. So at the point when you was angry, when you stood up, you're showing aggression, and you're a man at the end of the day. You attack this woman personally. You all that thing that you had, you put it to her, and it wasn't the whole group, and it wasn't just generalizing. You was on this gal, and when you're telling her with all that aggression to take off your wig and take off your lashes and be diminishing and degrading to her, and all that, you're saying all these stuff in a degrading manner. None of that stuff's cool to deal with women like that. Again, forget even black women, but it's women in general. You shouldn't even be dealing with women like that. But then you're using her like stuff that are culturally part of what we do in her blackness to offend her, telling her take her lashes off, take your wig off, take your makeup off, and I'm gonna bring in my natural 10 out of 10 Indian gal hair. All this stuff is crazy. That is crazy to watch. I don't want to be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you man asking what the big deal is, it's because you don't care. Because you don't feel that way. Again, you're not having conversations. You don't have a presence of black women in your life to be having the right conversation with people. Because anywhere I go is what I'm going to be doing. I've got a duty of care to support black women from my mum, my sister, my cousins, my aunties. Like I said, I've got staff that are black women, people that work. There's pen game girls that are rap that are black women. The people that I work with, from Esther to Hema to me to Koi to Gina. So there's so much going on. I shouldn't have to explain why it's important, but if it don't fall into your wheelhouse, it's literally because you don't care.
Yeah, man. Big up during the movement, yeah. So yeah, that was that. So I just had to let him cook first before I even got into it. So basically, like, people were questioning like, wow, why did Pen Game drop Ginger J? He's an elemental part. He's a big part. He's been there from like early stages, and he has. Because I actually watched Pen Game. I've been subscribed to the channel for time. But one thing I haven't gone to one of their lives, so that's one thing I actually need to do. Yeah, but so like, what I'll say is that I understand where Margs is coming from, because if it was a business or a corporation, like when we see these videos of like people going mad, we look at the corporation and that to deal with this person. So like, he has to also look at it from his business standpoint. The women that come support the show and everything, it's all good standing by someone, but as he said, he's left with more questions than answers. And as we've already said, like, the thing about putting women in their place, like, it's not about man putting down or trying to counsel Ginger J. Definitely not. It's more about him questioning. And that's what I said from the get-go, him understanding himself and really questioning what's going on with himself. Because saying that you want to put women in their place just is a form of control. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, and that's any woman, not just. So like, I really resonate with what Margs has said. And man, like, people that are getting onto Margs because they're saying, oh yeah, he's a black man, he should stand. Like, sometimes, like, I was saying this, I said it on the one, I think it was one of the bouncers posts, and but people were liking it. Sometimes it's okay to say, bro, you was wrong, innit? You went mad. You went mad, yeah. Admit that you went mad. See where you went wrong, and pattern and try to sort it out where you went wrong. You get what I mean? Obviously, cancelling him is a myth. You get what I mean? But he definitely went wrong. He definitely went mad, and you just need to understand, obviously, the black gallem ain't for him. As we said, He knows that. Obviously, he's made it known anyway. So it just, but the other things, there's a lot of stuff that he needs to unpack, especially how he addressed the ladies in that situation was crazy. Do you get what I mean? But yeah, let's go to Ginger J's apology and let him issue his apology also, because we're fair and it's only right. Do you get what I mean? As I said, it's because I see a lot of people jumping on the content and like, not my content, but on different content, and they're just like rubbing his name. Obviously, he went mad, innit? I get it. He definitely went mad. Man's not saying whatnot. Like, he went mad. He needs to proper apologise. I don't know if this apology is a proper apology or whatnot. Yeah, but he needs to just understand that, bro, you can't be coming online and thinking you can be popping on black girl like that, or any woman like that. And also, it's a question to the guys that were there also. It's not only him. Like, people need to understand the people that were there, the guys that were there, were also slightly culpable. You get what I mean? And it's not only them, it's many other content, like many other things that we see online. Like, because I've said this time ago, big up Chronic from RTM, but I think I made a video about this time ago with him. Yeah. It went mad. I don't even know what happened, but it went mad. So yeah, so let's get into Ginger J's apology. I was saying that raw. Yeah, like, it's not only, it's many, like, I've touched on it before with Chronic and RTM. Like, he didn't ever go as crazy as my man, but just other guys need to like just know how they're addressing certain, especially when it comes to the ladies. Just, we need to all try to do better, but not me in general, because yeah, me love the gal, you know. But Ginger J, yeah, let's just get into this. Ginger J, he apologizes, but what the point that I was saying is that, like, I think it was, I said it in, I don't know what episode it is. It was one of my episodes time ago. It might be the Annie Are You Okay episode. With when Chronic is getting onto. No, it's the Father's Day, and it weren't really. I didn't. It was more about when what's her name called again? Gucci was bigging up her baby fathers when they were like, and even let me like it kind of went into a laughy situation. I swear, if I remember correctly, but yeah, that man, like, other than Annie walking up, I ain't really seen like they've never gone mad like Ginger J. Ginger J was got like, he was looking like he wanted to fight the girl. But yeah, let's go into his apology anyway, man.
And the black representation at the same time without a but. I was a triggered man and I acted out of my head. So to everybody that was at Blanco, I genuinely fucked.
Alright. You lot have watched it, right? Cool. There's a thing on Instagram circulating about my apology yesterday. Yes, I apologize for my actions because my temper went way too. I should have controlled my temper. That is it, and that is all I'm apologizing for. Let's be very clear here. Everything I said was true. And everything I said was a fact because I was talking about me. I stated clearly at the beginning, it's about me. I stated clearly twice, I'm not generalizing, it's about the women I've dated. It's about me. They asked me questions about me, not about the world, about me. It was all about me. I kicked off about me. I didn't kick off about generalizing. So, anybody that's upset with generalizing, that's on you. Alright, Blanco, I'm so happy.
Okay, and that's Ginger J's apology. Yeah, I'll just leave you lot to make up what you think of that. Me personally, I don't really think he understands yet, because I do understand because I watched the whole episode. He was talking about his preference, but see all this putting women in their place. Like, he apologized for getting out of character, but putting women in their place. If that's about you, that's still a question that you need to answer, bro. You need to like figure out why is it a necessity for you to put women in their place? That's crazy. That's crazy still, but you do you though, man. But yeah, boom. I know you lot are thinking, bro, who's this? I imagine it was my birthday. You don't know it was my birthday the other day, and my daughter, my local mischievous Ginnels, yeah, she bought me just for my birthday. Wow. But yeah, I said, might as well join the table. You know what I mean? Give it a name. It's Purple Haze. So Purple Haze says like, comment, and subscribe. Let's go. Whoosh.